WLNS is here for you with 6 News at 11.
Nurses at U of M Sparrow Hospital say they will strike later this month to demand a new contract. And it is our top story at 11. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sherry Jones.
And I'm Siobhan Klepfer. The UMH Sparrow caregivers plan to begin their 5-day strike at 7 o'clock the morning of January 20th.
And that gives the hospital about 12 days to prepare. The union of about 2,000 nurses and healthcare professionals sent out a press release tonight saying despite some progress in negotiations, they're still unsatisfied with efforts to hammer out a new contract. Organizers have even filed accusations of bad faith bargaining by the hospital with the National Labor Relations Board.
The union is calling for higher wages, safer working conditions, and more affordable health care for its members. More negotiations are scheduled for January 16th and 17th before the planned strike.
U of M Sparrow issued a response to the announcement tonight. Leaders say they're disappointed with the planned strike and they're taking steps to maintain access to health care if it happens.
They also claim the hospital has negotiated in good faith and will continue to do so in order to reach a fair contract. Stay with 6 News. We're following this story and we will update you as it develops. The Biden administration has awarded $325 million to a semiconductor plant near Saginaw.
Hemlock Semiconductor is the only U.S.-owned manufacturer of hyperpure polysilicon. That's a key component in electronics and solar panels.
The U.S. Department of Commerce made the announcement today. The funding comes from the CHIPS Incentives Program and is expected to help pay for construction of a new facility. The company says it will allow them to hire more than 1,000 new workers.
Donald Trump is doubling down on his expansionist goals for his next term as president, and he's getting more forceful in his language.
When asked today, he would not rule out using military force to take control of Greenland and the Panama Canal.
Hannah Brandt has the details and reaction from world leaders.
President-elect Donald Trump is making waves with a promise to take over Greenland and the Panama Canal.
We need them for economic security.
And he refused to rule out the possibility that he'll use military action to seize the territories.
I'm not going to commit to that now. It might be that he'll have to do something.
President-elect Trump has repeatedly talked about his desire to expand America's territory, and he argues taking control of Greenland and the Panama Canal would have benefits for U.S. trade and military power.
Giving the Panama Canal to Panama was a very big mistake. We need Greenland for national security purposes.
This pledge comes as the incoming president's son, Don Jr., landed in Greenland this morning. Though officials in Greenland say he's there as a private citizen, and he didn't share any thoughts on his father's plan to seize the Arctic territory.
That's not for me to talk about. That's for others to talk about. But
Thank you guys.
We're just excited to be here.
Greenland is a territory of Denmark, and Danish leaders quickly pushed back on the idea of a U.S. takeover. Telling reporters Greenland is not for sale. The president of Panama has also rejected Trump's plan,
La soberanía.
saying the sovereignty and independence of our country are non-negotiable. But the president-elect is promising his upcoming term will be a golden age of America, even saying he wants to rename the Gulf of Mexico and instead call it
The Gulf of America. What a
In Washington, I'm Hannah Brandt.
Well, closer to home, have you always wanted to be an actor? Well, now is your chance. The Michigan State Police is looking for people to participate as actors in training exercises with trooper recruits. The Civilian Actor Program lets troopers experience realistic interactions with the public before they're deployed. Actors are needed for scenarios like traffic stops, domestic violence calls, larcenies, and retail fraud. Volunteers must be 18 years old, have a valid driver's license, and pass a background check. The exercises will be held on various dates between February 12th and May 8th in Lansing, and on May 21st and 22nd at the Fort Custer Training Center in Battle Creek. You can apply to be an actor online. That link has been posted in the Scene on 6 section of our website, WLNS.com.
The Justice Department is suing 6 major landlords that operate 1.3 million rental units nationwide, accusing them of coordinating to keep rent artificially high. Separate businesses are supposed to set their prices independently so the competition between them can deliver lower prices and better value. But the Justice Department claims these landlords have been coordinating behind the scenes to share sensitive information on rent, occupancy, and even their plans on future pricing, all in a bid to make sure rent prices do not come down. Half of American renters spend at least 30% of their income on rent and utilities, which is an all-time high.
Fierce winds out west are fueling Pacific Palisades fire near Los Angeles tonight.
It's more than 2 square miles and still growing. 30,000 people are under evacuation orders.
As Danya Backus reports, Governor Gavin Newsom has declared a state of emergency.
Fast-moving flames engulfed homes in the Pacific Palisades neighborhood in Los Angeles and came dangerously close to others.
And my heart is in my throat.
Firefighters are dropping water from above as a heavy black smoke cloud forms over the area. Sirens wailed as residents evacuated on foot and by car. Some drivers stuck in gridlock were told by emergency crews to abandon their vehicles as the flames grew close to the road.
I just leave my car right there. Where's your car? The cops say you have to leave it, and I leave my car right there. The fire came right down to the road, and the fire department came up and said, get out of your cars now.
Some left the area carrying their pets in their arms. This woman got a ride from her neighbors.
The fire was all around us, the trees and everything.
After residents fled, there was a sea of abandoned vehicles left on the road. A bulldozer cleared a path to allow emergency vehicles to get through. Fire officials say thousands of structures are threatened.
The fire is being fueled by a combination of strong winds and surrounding topography.
Parts of the Pacific Coast Highway and Interstate 10 were shut down to help evacuate those in the fire's path.
Come on, guys. We gotta go.
A CBS News crew ran from the flames that moved quickly through neighborhoods. The high winds are forecast to continue for days, producing gusts that could top 100 miles per hour in the hills around the city. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
It's terrible. Well, back here at home, the city of Lansing declared a code blue in response to the extreme cold.
Yes, today city leaders announced that the code blue will continue through Friday morning.
Now, when a code blue is active, local emergency shelters expand their hours and their capacity so people in need have someplace warm to go. And CATA will also offer free rides to people trying to get there. We'll have all the details on the shelters and their operating hours on our website, WLNS.com.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We've got some snowfall in the and of course we have the cold temperatures, which are going nowhere anytime soon. Look at what we're expecting over the next 6 days. Some moderate amounts of snow, and I think for the Lansing area we're probably talking about 1 to 2, maybe 3 inches, so nothing too heavy out there. Along the lakeshore there could be quite a bit more. Those are the areas in red, but that's where the lake effect for the most part will remain. The odds we see at least 2 inches. I know it doesn't look that high Friday and Saturday, but this is going to come Friday evening into Saturday morning, so kind of combine those 2 days. And then on Sunday evening into Monday, another chance for a couple inches of snowfall, at least the way it looks right now. Cold temperatures, I mean, it certainly can be colder, but we've got nothing above the freezing mark at least the next 10 days. We go into the low 20s tomorrow, mid to upper 20s over the weekend, back in the low 20s next week, kind of up and down, but overall pretty consistent with the below average weather theme. Our satellite and radar tonight, lake effect starting to kick up to our west and some pretty good bands setting up to our north as well across lower Michigan and the UP. So we look at precision cast through tomorrow morning. Again, it's lake effect to our west. That's not to say there won't be a couple snow showers that sneak inland from time to time, but I'm not expecting any significant accumulations of snowfall. Wednesday night into Thursday, this is the interesting time to watch. Cold front to our west. There's some snow along that front. And as we move through the afternoon hours, that low pressure system or the cold front will get a little bit closer. There's some upper level energy that's going to try to form an area of low pressure along this front. I don't think it's going to have much success, but it could enhance the snow a little bit for us on Friday, and that's why I think it'll be slightly more widespread and someone may pick up 2 or 3 inches of snowfall. I think at the extreme, more than likely probably 1 to 2 inches for most of us. The southern end of this system along the deep south, we're talking Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, we'll probably see a lot of freezing rain, sleet, and some snowfall, especially as you get into western North Carolina on Friday. Temperatures tonight are sitting in the mid-20s. It's obviously cold outside. Wind chill is not too bad. It feels like it's in the mid-teens at times. Our Skyview network tonight tonight, we take a look at the current temperature on the McLaren Cam, 26 degrees. Winds have been calm throughout much of the evening hours. We only registered a gust up to 15 miles per hour earlier today. Tonight in Grand Ledge with cloudy skies, we're at 25 degrees. Winds calm, humidity at 65%. The Jackson Cam View temperatures at 24 degrees, west winds at 6. Feels like temperature of 17 degrees. And tonight in Hillsdale, our current temperature is sitting at 22 degrees, one of the colder spots, and a wind gust earlier today up to 20 miles per hour. So for tonight, mainly quiet conditions, low temperature down to 15 degrees. A stray flurry or snow shower possible during the day tomorrow. Temperatures only near 23 degrees, so it is going to be cold. The 6-day forecast, Friday afternoon, especially into early Saturday morning, system number 1. Number 2 comes through Sunday afternoon into early Monday. And then yet another Clipper system moves through the area Tuesday night into Wednesday with temperatures in the 20s. More snow showers possible next weekend. So I don't have one major winter storm, just a lot of small systems for snowfall.
Okay, well, we'll take chances, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, and I mean, it's better than getting it all at once and a lot of shoveling to do. You can manage it when it's spread out like that.
Right, and with the cold temperatures, it's going to stick around. Won't melt very soon.
Oh no, it's going nowhere.
All right, thanks, David.
Still to come tonight, in the final days of his administration, President Joe Biden has enacted a new offshore drilling ban. We'll have the reaction next.
Keep it right here. That and much more straight ahead on 6 News at 11.